Hi there movie fans, and welcome to another edition of Movies. Before I get started, is there any chance of any of you hitting the subscribe and hitting like? We'd really appreciate it. So, what have I been watching this time? We've got a 2025 movie that's in the sci-fi action and horror genre called Osiris. I think that's how you pronounce it, Osiris. It's about a group of special forces commandos, and basically at the start of the film we have these special forces guys in the middle of an operation with gunfire blazing and loads of action, when all of a sudden they get abducted by a mysterious alien spacecraft. I kid you not. Now, it's directed by William Kaufman and stars Max Martini as Kelly and his squad of soldiers, including Michael Irby, LaMonica Garrett, Linz Edwards, Jaron Mitchell, David B. Meadows. When on the spacecraft, the squad encounter a young girl called Ravi, played by Brianna Hildebrand. Now, they're not household names to me, I have to admit. And later on in the film, we meet Anya, who's played by Linda Hamilton, best known for playing Sarah Connor in Terminator. I won't tell you too much of the plot, because quite simply there's not much of it anyway. It's basically people get abducted. They need to get out by shooting everything they encounter. They meet others. They all join up together to shoot everything in their path to escape. Some die. That's the plot, really. This has a real look of a computer game. In fact, all the way through, I thought it was a computer game made into a movie. We've all played these games where there's corridors everywhere like a maze, and as you play the game, numerous aliens jump out and chase you as you shoot your way out through the maze to find an exit. All done in dimly lit passageways with casualties along the way. You know the score. It's not got a whole lot of plot. In fact, it's really basic. Some of the acting's a bit corny and over the top. But please remember, this is a fast, all-action sci-fi movie, so we don't expect the quality acting from a Shakespeare play or anything like that. The low budget can be seen in the quality, but to be fair, the aliens look quite good, as they're people in suits, not CGI. Which helps, because I tire a little bit from the polished CGI that you get in most films these days. Sometimes CGI looks more fake than the old-fashioned guy in an alien suit. So I thought this made a nice change. Having said that, I doubt that they had the choice, considering the budget of the movie. But hey, this is what you want on a Saturday night, really, with a drink and some popcorn. Switch off your brain, because the plot's pretty thin, and just enjoy the crash bang action on your screen. And I do mean crash bang because it's all action and loud with bullets flying everywhere, and there's lots of that. On a negative, I do feel it's a bit too computer gamey rather than a movie. When I watched it, at some point I thought, I've played this bit. Whether it's Half-Life, Call of Duty or countless others. But don't let that put you off. If you want action and loud bangs, and the action is really well shot and filmed with a lot of pace, at times it seems non-stop before it pauses for a minute where we try to get a plot line in and take time to regroup. And I speak for the aliens here as well as the soldiers. It's nothing new. We've all seen this sort of film before, but it's still entertaining if you just sit back and enjoy the action. For a low budget movie, it's well made. It slows down a bit in the middle, but you feel that you need a bit of a breather after the full-on action. The ending is, well, I won't say, but I've seen similar in a 1960s movie. No spoilers here. So here we are. It's not going to be the best film you've seen this year. In fact, it's probably going to be way down your list of best films this year. But it is what it is. It's a low-budget sci-fi movie that's bursting with action. Just switch your brain off, sit back, and let the shooting begin. Rating this is kind of difficult. Perfectionists will not like this because it's a really low budget. But I will rate it for what it is and give it somewhere between a 5.5 and a 6 out of 10. This may have made a cracking TV series rather than a movie in my eyes. Now, I do hope you enjoyed this review, and if you could please give us a like or even subscribe, that'd be great. We're just a small group of guys who do this for a bit of fun. We're on about 170 something subscribers at the moment, and the hope is to get to 200 by the end of the year. So please, if you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be much appreciated. And if you get any time, take a look back at our previous reviews. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.